Is your love of social media leading to fame and fortune, or is it just a hobby? With thriving influencers like Mr. Beast, Kimberly Lauza, and Dude Perfect amassing a huge following and making millions of dollars, it can seem very attainable to make a solid income as a social media presence. However, even for the most engaged creators, revenue can be scarce, even when they invest a lot of time and energy in producing content. In this video, I'll explore the difference between being merely an active social media user versus building a profitable venture around your influencer brand. I'll also walk through how I would go about launching a content creator startup based on proven entrepreneurial techniques. No get-rich-quick formulas here, just the thoughtful 7-step process applied to your influencer startup. Be sure to stay to the end to hear a secret that most successful influencers know that most first-time creators completely miss out on. Let's get into it. Becoming a content creator or influencer is a terrible way to make money. But if you have a passion as a creator and are willing to put in the work, you should do it anyway. A recent survey by Hype Auditor focused on Instagram influencers, and it revealed that less than half of social media influencers on Instagram make any money at all. Of those who are making money, the average is just over $35,000 a year. That's about $17 an hour working full time. This likely isn't enough to quit your day job. That said, successful creators who are managing their creator platform as a business have found many ways to generate income, even with a modest following. So if you love posting on social media and you have developed a strong following, then you're likely thinking about ways to make money beyond just the direct payouts from the channel platforms themselves. Here are 7 steps based on a tried and true entrepreneurial process that you can take if you're ready to approach your social media brand like a startup. Step number 1 is ideation. This is the vision for your brand and your content. And ideation itself is a process of coming up with tons of ideas about content, about series, about elements of your particular presence that you want to emphasize. It could be taglines, things that you say, things that you do that everyone knows and associates with you. Later, you'll be able to draw on all these ideas that you come up with and experiment with lots of approaches. To do this effectively, you'll want to first consider 2 things. Start out with a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Stated another way, what is your why? Second, you need to identify your niche, the target audience you want to cater to, and account among your followers. Once you have lots of ideas, you can establish criteria and narrow the list of things to focus on that you will believe will have the greatest impact on this target audience. Step number 2 is experimentation. This is really creating prototypes, testing them, and finding out what happens. So you're going to begin experimenting with different content ideas that you've come up with during the ideation phase. You're going to create prototypes of your content and test it in ways that will resonate with your audience. This phase is all about trying new things and learning from the feedback that you receive. The analytics and performance metrics on the media channels can provide clear data to support your experimentation process. Like a scientist, you're going to want to come up with a hypothesis or even several hypotheses to test each post or each piece of content that you create. Step number 3 is iteration. This is the bootstrapping and hustle phase of your process. Once you've figured out what works, you want to iterate your content. Create as much content as you can to provide you with the rich data about your audience tastes and preferences. Use this data to test your assumptions and your hypotheses that you've created before. Based on this data, refine your style, your format, and your delivery, including your production approach. This step involves hustling to produce content consistently while bootstrapping to keep your costs low. Step number 4 is monetization. This is your money model. As your content gains traction, explore ways to monetize beyond simply the platform itself. This can include sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, selling merchandise, or offering premium content, just to name a few. Focus on diversifying your revenue streams. Once you've established a preliminary revenue stream for your creator business, start testing additional revenue streams. Find out what works to best generate income. Start out with small things that can be quick hits to help you generate revenue right away. Then start to explore things that can be more sustainable over time. Ultimately, you're trying to create simple offers to present to your followers and subscribers so that they start to engage with you more and in a way that helps you to generate revenue. Step number 5, validation. You want to use key performance indicators and data that you collect to help make decisions about how to move forward. This step involves establishing a formal business model using tools like the business model canvas, and then continuously validating the assumptions that drive the business model. If you don't have a lot of experience with the business model canvas, I have a number of videos on this channel. In fact, I've created an entire playlist of videos that give examples and explain how to use a business model canvas. You're going to use this tool to validate your efforts by tracking key performance indicators, monitoring metrics like engagement rates, follower growth, and revenue. Use this data to refine your strategy and to ensure that you're on the right track. Be ready to make pivot or persevere decisions based on the data so that you don't get drawn into hobby activity that is fun or gratifying but doesn't advance the brand or the business model. I want to pause and zoom in on the phrase I just used, pivot or persevere. This is a pause along the way to make sure that you're heading in the right direction. If the content that you're putting out there is getting the results that you expect in terms of viewers and likes and subscribers or followers, it's a good sign that you're heading in the right direction and you want to persevere or continue on the same path. However, if you're not getting the results that you would expect, or you're really not getting much result at all, you may want to pivot and go in a different direction and find another way to reach this audience, or even try to find a different audience. Step number 6, standardization, SOPs. Each step of the way, refine and confirm your process steps. Accordingly, develop and document standard operating procedures, SOPs, for every aspect of your content creation process and your business model. This ensures consistency and quality and makes it easier to scale your operations while maintaining your brand's identity. Step number 7, proliferation, growth. With a solid foundation in place, now it's time to focus on growth. Expand your reach by collaborating with other influencers, leveraging paid advertising, expanding revenue streams, and exploring new platforms. This is also a good time to bring in a team to help support your efforts so you're not just having to do everything yourself. Aim for sustainable growth while maintaining the authenticity of your content. To review, the 7-step process is number 1, ideation. Number 2, experimentation. Number 3, iteration. Number 4, monetization. Number 5, validation. Number 6, standardization. And number 7, proliferation. In this way, you can create your vision, you can develop prototypes. You're going to hustle and bootstrap to iterate forward with lots and lots of different versions to see what works best. You're going to develop and implement your money model. You're going to track key performance indicators, develop standard operating procedures, and go for growth. Those are the steps I would take to launch and grow an influencer business based on the proven entrepreneurial process. Before I wrap up, I'd like to share a secret that successful creators do when they launch a new channel. And here's the secret. Network with other creators. This is the one secret action that every successful creator takes when they start a new channel. They network with other creators in their niche. This seems a little bit counterintuitive. You might be thinking, aren't they competitors? While in one sense they are, there's a principle of a rising tide that lifts all boats. If you are counted among the top creators in the space and you collaborate regularly with others who create in the same space, you can collectively create more interest in this area of focus. It also increases your credibility. Collaborations and shoutouts from established creators can give you a significant boost in visibility and credibility. Likewise, you can do the same for others. Ways to network include engaging in online communities, attending relevant events, and reaching out directly with potential collaborators through LinkedIn, Instagram, DMs, or other ways that you can reach out to them directly and ask them if they'd be willing to collaborate with you, or let them know that you have an idea of how you might be able to boost both of your channels through creating some content together. If you found this video to be helpful and you want to go deeper, check out my video, Learn the Loop, Build, Measure, Learn, for more insights on launching and growing your business. Keep going.